Hello, welcome to LMC and Knowledge, lyrics and music channel of spiritual insight and wisdom that will share to you so you can take along your spiritual journey. I hope you're having a good day, good night, wherever you're at, and whenever you see this, make sure that you're prayed up and in that light of Jesus, okay? Okay, so I will use my shamanic drums to clear the space, cleanse the space, and protect us as I speak to you. So here we go. Okay, so the intuitive message that I have for you guys today is you are a motivational speaker. Your throat chakra is open, okay? So the first card that we have is throat chakra with number 5. 5 is equaling change, right? Your voice brings change into people's lives. Your voice and the words that you speak changes their mindset. You give hope to the hopeless. You give light to the dark when they can't see their way out. You give them a voice and you allow them to understand. You give them a deeper understanding of the reason why they're going through certain situations. Your voice, the words that you speak, gives them a new perspective over their life and allows them to feel heard, feel seen, and allows them to make the best decision for themselves. You know, you empower people and make sure they get up out of bed, and you let them know that you don't got no excuses. You can't stay stagnant in this life. That's not where you're happy. That's not where your happiness lies. You know, and you provide comfort for people. Your voice comforts people. Your voice anoints people. Your voice and the message that you give brings life back into them. Your voice and the message that you give literally increases people's lifespan, because you know it's simple decisions that we make that could take us out of this world, right? And it's like sometimes when people feel suicidal, it's because they don't feel heard or they feel trapped in their mind. But it's like you open their mind and let them free. You cast away these spirits. You cast away these demons. You read in between the lines and you make sure that nobody goes unnoticed. Next card, emotional loss with number 5. So back to what I was saying about people feeling hopeless or heartbroken. It's like you speak for the heartbroken people. You speak for the voiceless people. It's like people who lost loved ones or people who are just going through a time of separation or going through a time of like uncertainty. People, it's like you heal their heart. It's like you actually listen to them. You understand them. Not understand or overstand. You understand their soul. You let them know they have a soul. You let them know that the change is possible. You let them know that what they're going through is only temporary. You let them know that it's not happening to them before them. You really open their eyes to a new way of thinking, living, loving, and also teaching. You teach the teachers. You lead the leaders with your voice. You are a messenger. You are a prophet of some sort. Next card that we have is the third eye chakra. So with your God-given spiritual eye, you can see the lies. You can see where people need to change. You can give advice on what they should do in their lives. You don't leave them empty-handed, you know. You leave them full with knowledge, and you leave them with confidence of making the best decision for themselves. And you also open their third eye, because the way you talk to them, you open their perspective. You give them you pick at their brain, you pick at their thoughts in a positive way, but just to help them open up and see things differently, you know. You have so much wisdom. You see 555? Oh my gosh, I didn't realize the numbers on here was 555. Wow. Your wisdom. There's something that you need to be speaking. There's a truth that you have that needs to be heard to the world, or to a community, or to your family, or to a friend. Your voice has so much power to it. You only speak life into people, right? And with your wisdom, because you've been heartbroken before. You can understand what these people went through because you've been through it. It's not nothing new to you, right? Your crown chakra is truly lit up too. That's how I see with the little ball space. It's like an opening for the Christ conscious, and you speak from your Christ consciousness. You speak with truth because you can see the truth with your third eye. It's like your third eye just gives you confirmation of what you've been already feeling and knowing, and then you just speak it out. And it's like, you see this? Look at this. A younger person and an older person. You speak to all. You can relate to all ages. It's crazy because, like, people think that, like, certain young people don't go through the same thing that old people go through, or older people go through, you know? And the older people be trying to say, like, the younger person doesn't know, or you haven't experienced life, or you haven't been here long enough to know something. Well, we all have a different path, right? And it's like, certain people you'll go through the same lesson, but during different time periods of your life, right? And then we all connect because we all been through something, and we all can relate to each other. You're very relatable. Your message is very relatable. With the last card that we have is choose wisely. So it's like, with your third eye, you see that bird. It's like you're a bird in the sky, and you can see all the directions that, like, somebody, a family member, a friend, or these people that you'll meet in person in the future. You're like, okay, you have this. You tell them each path. You let them know, if you go down this path, this is what's going to happen. If you go down this path, this is what's going to happen. If you go down this path, that'll happen. If you go down this path, that'll happen. If you go down that path, that will happen. So it's like, now I'm hearing that commercial. Y'all know that commercial and be like, you want a this, or that. You want a this, or you can get a that. You want this, or you can get a that. Like that old commercial. I don't know if you guys know about that, but yeah, it's not too old. It wasn't in the 19s or anything, but definitely early 2000s, or maybe in 2013 or something like that. I don't know, but it was stuck in my head, that commercial. But it's like, you give them options. You help them weigh out the options of their life, weigh out the choices, so they can make a clear and positive decision for themselves, so they can be happy. Yeah, you want them to be happy, right? So it's like, you let them know, hey, the mindset that you have right now may not help benefit you with the life you're trying to live, or the person that you're with right now may lead you down this path, or I'm feeling this about this person. You just speak the truth, and you speak what you feel, because you have that God-given conscious, that inner knowing, and that high perspective to know, like, you can see the future. You can see, like, it's like now God's showing me That's So Raven, how she has those quick visions before something happens. It's like you have that. And with your voice, you have to speak about it. You have to tell people. You can't, even if they paint you out as crazy, or if they don't believe it, you can't. You're like, hey, at least I warned you. You're like that warning. You're like that siren that, like, lets them know, hey, you're on a dead road. You're at a dead end right now. You need to turn around. That's who you are. You're like the detour person. You know how, like, like, I was speaking in my other video, like, a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and I was like, you're a tour guide, you know, for the spirit. But now I'm hearing you know those people, like, when the road gets blocked off, and then you have those people who stand out with their little wand thing or whatever, telling people to go the other way, go left or right, to detour them. It's like, you do that. You detour these people. But you know, when you go detoured, you're still going to go to the same destination, but on a different path, right? And that's what I'm seeing. It's like, you detour people. You reroute them, is what I'm hearing. Like, I'm seeing a GPS being rerouted. You know, when you click on the GPS and you make a wrong turn, and then it just automatically reroutes you to some different path or a different street. That's what you are to God's people. So that's an awesome position that you're in. But yeah, that's what I'm hearing for you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.